I love you so much. She always helped me out when I didn't have anything for both of my pregnancies and the pregnancy that I have now. She always had my back.
So we lost two. We're naming the next baby after Kabria. So she's not going anywhere. She's not going anywhere. I just want to know what her last moments were about. That's all that really matters to me.
Envision being in a romantic relationship with someone and being pregnant during the course of the relationship. You choose to end the relationship. You believe that you are going to raise your child on your own and go on with your life after accepting that the relationship didn't work out. Sadly, though, for reasons that will never be known, 20-year-old Kabria Arnold is killed by her boyfriend's girlfriend in this story. Before we begin this video, we would like to express our deepest sympathies to the family and friends who were severely affected by this horrible crime. We would also like to send condolences to Kabria's family and friends. Today's case takes us to Detroit. Detroit is a city located in the southeastern part of Michigan, along the Detroit River, which forms the border between the United States and Canada. It is the largest city in Michigan and the largest city on the United States-Canada border. The city has a population of around 639,000 residents. Detroit is famously known as the birthplace of the American automotive industry, earning it the nickname Motor City. Major car manufacturers such as General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler have their roots in Detroit, and the city's history is closely tied to the rise of automobile manufacturing in the early 20th century.
For supporting me. Thank you. Because if it weren't for anybody that believed in me, I would not be singing at all.
On April 15, 1999, Kabria Elaine Arnold was born in Michigan. Kabria went to Renaissance High School and was sporty from an early age. In pursuit of her career as a professional nurse, she was also a student at the University of Michigan, Dearborn. She enjoyed playing softball since she was athletic. Arnold worked at the grocery store in addition to being a student. She was also characterized as having a good sense of humor. Arnold had a typical workday on November 10, 2019. She worked at the grocery store, where she typically finished up at 11 p.m. After work, the 20-year-old would text her family to let them know she was returning home. She would also text them when she went to work. However, she didn't inform them that she was leaving work on this particular day. Instead, she texted them to let them know that she arrived at work safely. They decided to take a drive to the grocery shop after realizing she hadn't texted them. On their way to her job, they stumbled upon a crime scene while driving along the side of the road. The police started their inquiry as soon as Arnold was declared dead, attempting to piece together who would want to kill this defenseless woman and why. Nothing was discovered by the police when they searched the crime scene. After the inquiry produced no leads, the autopsy's startling discovery that Kabria Arnold was pregnant turned the case upside down. Additionally, the police discovered that she had an event on November 11th, the day following her death, to inform her family of her pregnancy. The investigators understood they had to look into the man who had gotten her pregnant. A lady, 24, and the baby's father were subsequently placed under arrest. Gabrielle Brantley, and it was later discovered by the authorities that Gabrielle was seeing the father of Arnold's child. Police released 28-year-old Arnold's boyfriend while they looked into his case since there wasn't enough proof. However, Brantley was trembling and shaky during the interrogation, and she altered her story. Subsequently, a witness came forward and admitted that he witnessed the shooting from his house and that Kabria was slain by a woman who looked a lot like Gabrielle. In addition to being friends, Kabria and Gabrielle dated the same man. They reportedly got into an argument because Kabria was expecting a child with this lover, a 28-year-old whose identity remained concealed. When Gabrielle became agitated, she killed her. The police charged Gabrielle of murder after finding this.
Closure in court today in a murder case that dragged on for years.
The 20-year-old Kabria Arnold was killed back in November of 2019. The college softball player was pregnant at the time. Today, the woman who pulled the trigger faced her family and a judge at sentencing. And Sean Lay is joining us on this story right now. Sean, I understand emotions were running high in that courtroom.
Absolutely. Emotions running high 4 years ago when this shocking shooting happened. A friend shooting her friend, now convicted of that. Let me take you inside that courtroom. You're right, packed with emotion today.
No punishment that you receive will ever compare to the pain and torture that you have inflicted upon us. There is no real justice, only incarceration for a sick individual monster who needs to be isolated in a cell, not able to see or hear or touch or come in contact with anyone.
The father and sister of Kabria Arnold finally getting the chance to have their say to the woman convicted in Kabria's shocking death that took place in November of 2019. Her name is Gabrielle Brantley, the defendant, Arnold's friend. Kabria Arnold was just 20 years old at the time. She had so much life to look forward to, but was shot multiple times, her unborn baby also being hit by the gunfire. Police, prosecutors, and the jury finding that Brantley is the person who shot the budding nurse and softball star. The motive, apparently all of this over a man. Brantley also having her say at the sentencing, defiant to the end, saying she is not guilty.
Here I stand, labeled the bad guy, a monster, a cold-blooded killer. When the truth is, that's not who I am at all. The person who actually plotted, planned, and executed Kabria's murder is still out there.
Judge Sharon Walker having the final say in this ordeal, sentencing Brantley to life in prison without parole.
All over a man who didn't love you. Darnell didn't love you or Kabria. As far as the court is concerned, the jury got it right, and you're going to get every day that you deserve.
Strong words there from the judge. Very emotional time for the family in this case. Even the prosecutor a little surprised, like everyone in the case, reading the sentencing report. A new charge was in there from the prosecutor. It's a misdemeanor for assault from Brantley while in the Wayne County Jail. Again, life without parole is her sentence. We're live tonight. Sean Lay, Local 4, back to you.
All right, Sean. Thank
you. Kabria's exit from the relationship may have been due to her friend, or it may have been the result of their own failing relationship. Many people will always want to know the rationale behind Gabrielle's killing of Arnold. Although Kabria had left, she had the opportunity to pursue a relationship with him, yet it will never make sense to kill her because she became pregnant. We hope Kabria's family finds comfort in the knowledge that whoever took their treasure will be held accountable for their transgression. If you would like to stay updated with this type of content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the following video.